You know what's funny? I was at work and one of my coworkers was like, "Can you help us record something? Like, can you say this to this coworker?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why?" And I was just like, "No, because everyone's just turning us down." And then they like recorded me with this girl and like doing this like scene, and they were like, "Wow, you guys are really funny." And then I turned my back again. I'm like, "Well, I've been on YouTube for so many years. I have 40,000 subscribers."
You what?
I was just like, I ain't no stranger to the camera.
Yeah.
I was just like, me have issues. Me have issues.
He was like, "Oh my god, you're such a natural." Because I have 40,000 subscribers. Oh shit. I'm Spidey the 24.
And I'm Kisame Unlimited.
Ooh. Shop right on the And we're here to do a video of my top 10 most hated decks of 2018. If you don't know what that is, you know what that is. Like this video, 500 likes, and you get a free chance to win a free pack of Cybernetic Evolution. And the winner from the last video will be announced at the end of this video, so please stay tuned for that. You guys have to forgive us if we're not as energetic. It's literally like 11 o'clock at night.
Which you said it wouldn't be.
Because you're a monster with Pokemon Go.
Almost midnight.
And we have...
12:45.
That's insane. And we have laughed a lot on camera and off camera. So please forgive us if we don't have it in us. Alright, let's start it off. Number 10. I'm going to go light. I'm going to go easy on you when we start off with number 10. Because some of these are like a little more nuanced. No. My number 10 is vampires.
Why?
I don't like what they did to that archetype.
What did they do?
They changed it completely. They gave it a complete entire rehaul. Like, the new vampires are vampires, but they have nothing to do with the old vampires. I used to really play vampires. When Kisame originally met me, I had a vampire deck.
I don't recall this.
My deck destruction deck. It was literally the first deck you ever went up against when you dueled me.
I don't remember.
Well, because you lost.
I would remember that.
Of course. I don't like what they did to it. They completely I hated the fact that they were already... Vampires were already a thing. Then they made a bunch of new cards that did something completely
Vampire
different.
Kingdom does that.
Does what?
Their effects. Anytime when a card is sent, they destroy shit. That's basically their whole...
But they don't do that no more. They don't send cards from the deck to the graveyard.
Yes, I do.
No, they don't. They take control of monsters. And then they alternate their attack and defense points. And then they gain life points by draining their life points.
You could still
they don't mill anymore.
You could still make it work.
They don't mill at all. The good ones don't mill at all. And then they started, as soon as they came out, they threw them motherfuckers in Duel Links. And I was like, what the fuck is this? I already don't want to see them in real life. Now you're making me see them on the fucking app? This is insane. Because the deck is already a tier 2 deck. It's one of the best decks in the fucking app. So I'm already hating it. I hate seeing it. And then one of the regular characters use that shit. So I have to see that shit every fucking day. And I lose against it. And I hate that fucking deck. I lose against it in Duel Links, but I win against it in real life. Fuck that deck. These 3 decks that are coming up are mainly Duel Links related, because I played Duel Links way more than I played actual Yu-Gi-Oh! This year. So that's why they're lower on the list, but they're still valid on the list. Okay. Number 9 is Amazons. See, I know you said, you know what I'm saying? You didn't play that. This is literally a pick purely because I played Duel Links all year long more than I played actual Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
So that deck was an event deck. So imagine like you missed a community day on one Pokemon, but that one Pokemon that you missed is now the best Pokemon in the game. And everybody's using it. Now you can't get into any gyms because that Pokemon is crazy. Because you missed out on it. So like, why the fuck would y'all do that?
Don't you like Amazons?
I used to. Not anymore. Because of fucking Duel Links. And because Amazoness Archer is still fucking exists, and it's a fucking FTK, it's a burn card, it's not once per turn, and you can keep using it, and if you had Firewall and the other fucking cards, you keep going and you burn people down to 0. It's an FTK, it's a degenerate card, gotta get rid of it. It's a no-go, man. It's a no for me, dog. Shitty card.
Duel Links sucks, who cares?
You have an iPhone 4. Do you even get internet on that thing? Number 8, fur hires. Fur hires.
What is that?
They're the cute little fur monster that's like, one jumps on the field and his ability, he lets another one jump on the field, and when the second one jumps on the field, the first one gets an effect to do something. One pops a card, they special summon, they search, they get the effects like that.
I don't know what deck you're talking about.
The fur hires. Search them up.
I've never faced this deck.
You've never seen them.
No, I've never faced them. Are they good?
Relatively, yeah. They're super consistent. I'll give them that. They're a very consistent deck. Like I said, they have little monsters that jump on the field and help you special summon the big monsters from the hand. And when you special summon the big monsters, little monsters have a secondary effect. Like they search, they special summon, they pop, they do a bunch of stuff like that. That's how they get their effects. And they have the link monster too.
Okay.
So they're pretty consistent. They're a pretty decent overall deck. You probably should try them out. You might like them. I hate them personally.
Why?
Because in real life, when they came out, they were super fucking annoying because you didn't know who. At first, it was like, wait, who's dude? It's like getting smacked from both sides. Somebody like, psh, and somebody like, psh, psh. It's like, all right, wait, stop. Who's hitting me? Is it the little nigga or is it the big dude who's? Because like the little one's like killing your field, and the other one's like taking out your life points. You're like, wait a minute. Who am I hitting? Who am I going after? You don't know who to hit first when it comes to that type of shit. So that always annoyed me.
That does sound fun.
Alright.
I mean, we always kind of had this where we like the opposite.
Exactly.
It's like the decks, I'm like, this deck is horrible. And you're like, oh, it's just not bad, dude.
It's not bad.
And I'm like, you don't know.
Also, they put it in fucking Duel Links, and that deck was like tier 1 as soon as it entered the game, and they didn't have to make an emergency ban list, so it's not as annoying in Duel Links. But it's also never as good as it used to be. To number 7. Burning Abyss.
Oh.
Yeah. It was number 3 in 2016. It's still here. It's still running around. Why is Beatrice still a fucking thing? Why is it so fucking splashable with so many decks? Why is Tour Guide still existing? Why does this deck, why doesn't it die? It just doesn't die.
It's like, in my opinion, I consider them like Mermills. They're just standalone good decks. And it's just like, let them just be what they are. Leave them alone.
You said I don't like the cards that I just said they were. What was I talking about? Burning Abyss. I always hated them. If you don't understand why I hate them, go to the 2016 video where I go on this super huge rant. It's still
relevant
to today. Yes. Moving on to number 6. Side frames. He knows he hates side frames. You heard it in his video. You hear it in my video. I hate side frames. I hate side frame beta, omega, gamma, Flamma, whatever the fuck their names are.
Alpha, beta, gamma.
Yeah, I don't want your Magna Warrior nigga. I hate every single one of them. I hate side frame faggot, side frame normal, side frame whatever. Stop this. I hate like I said in his video, I hate the fact that they're the type of deck where they do nothing until you do something. That's the thing that I hate about it. It just, especially that little, take a card out of your hand. Take a card out of your hand. You don't need that.
Oh my
God. As soon as I give it back, I take it again.
You know what I'll say about Cyframe Omega? And I don't know if this is just me. Every time, like, I see Cyframe Omega hit the field, I look at my hand. My hand could have maybe like 4 or 5 cards. I look at one card in my hand. Just don't take this.
And it always...
Don't take this. And it
always takes that one card. That's like, please, just don't touch
this.
Please. Leave this in my hand and I'll be okay. Everything else will take me. I'll be hurt, but if I have this, I'll be alright. I'll take this. Is that a secret rare? Wow, a Ghost Rare Side Frame Lord Omega. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. You mind if I get a closer look at that?
Sure, why not? Here you go. Well, it's good that he went to 1 because I have 2 more copies.
Yeah, I'm fighting at that point. Flipping the table.
Want to take another bite? I got more where that came from. Oh, wait, on the gate.
I got a binder, man.
You gonna sell me? You gonna sell me? What are you gonna do, jerky stuff? What are you gonna do? I'm having a good time.
What are you gonna do? My number 5 most hated decks is Diablos.
The Lair of Darkness?
Yes.
Lair of Darkness?
The Lair of Darkness deck. I hate that deck because I swear to God, if you take another one of my fucking cards to tribute, I'm gonna tribute your fucking face. I'm gonna send you to the fucking hospital, my nigga. Don't you ever do that shit. You know what's crazy? There's so many different variations of that deck.
That deck is like literally like, I fucked your mother.
Yeah, and I hate that all the crush cards variations into there where like, oh,
what's that one bitch that comes on the field that
oh,
starts
that level 3 that's like 2000 attack ones that just starts the whole shit? Fuck her. I forgot her name. Right?
I think she has 1700 in 0 defense, just something like that.
I think she might have that, and the field card gives her 2000 in 0 defense points.
I look at her and I'm just like,
I hate everything about that deck. And I hate Diablos. He jumps in the field, he can't be tributed. He keeps recycling himself. Most of the any type of boss monster that just recycles himself, any deck that just replays that first turn over and over and over and over again, I'm automatically going to hate it. And this is one of a prime example of a deck just like that. So I hate that deck.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 4 most hated decks is Trickstars.
Well, I said I didn't like them either.
I know. I don't like Trickstars because they try to make you pay for every single thing that you fucking do, and they're so fucking annoying and so fidgety. And I hate Licorice that just comes from their hand and recycling back and forth. And then I hate fucking all. I hate Light Stage. I really hate Candina. I hate every single one. They're like to me, in the way that they're represented and played, they almost remind me of Madolches in popularity and art style. But they're just super annoying.
They're cunty.
They're taxes. That's literally what they are. They're taxes. They're little Yu-Gi-Oh! Taxes. I know I'm fishing for jokes right now, but I don't care. I need something. They're taxes.
You're running low.
Yeah, I know. They're Yu-Gi-Oh! Taxes. In all actuality. Anything that you do, you gotta pay taxes on that. You gotta pay taxes on that. I'm gonna tax evade them niggas. Fuck them. And why the fuck is reincarnation still a thing? I don't care. I'm gonna act this card. I'm gonna act this forever. I think the only reason why that card's not like super relevant meta in today's game is just because people got bored of using it. Certain things I think never like lose their power. They just like people are bored of playing it. I think certain things just go out of style. We're like, oh yeah, the deck is still good, but yeah, we've been doing that for 6 months. I'm tired of ripping out people's hands for no fucking reason. Number 3, Altergeist. I hate them. They do the same move over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They have such an annoying play style. I hate the fact that
this is funny because I have them.
No, I really don't like them because most decks don't use trap cards. They're the only deck that is somewhat relevant and meta. They use nothing but trap cards and monster effects. And they're so annoying because it's one of those type of things where even as a starter
you don't like
decks,
multi-faker?
No. Fuck no. I also don't like the fact that because they rely on trap cards and monster effects, there's not much you can do to get around that in terms of locking them out of their own strategy.
Because they don't need much.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. They're like.
Oh, and they could abuse.
Yeah, talk about it.
You could use rivalry of warlords.
Oh yeah, fucking
spellcaster.
And then they use that fucking.
You're like unorthodox garbage, right? That's all over the place. Can't do that against Altergeist.
No, and then they use that fucking spell called the Secret Village.
Oh yeah, you can play spell cards.
Yeah,
but don't worry, we got anti-spell fragrance for a backup. And also, don't forget if I activate it, here's multi-faker.
Who gets enjoyment playing that deck? Honestly,
I do.
How?
It's fun.
Do you like kicking babies and stealing food from homeless people? Like,
it's not what it feels like.
Are you like one of those people who walk down the street and like you see like a homeless person and like they have a dog and you're like, why are you stealing this? And you're like, why are you? Oh my God, this is terrible. I'm gonna take this dog and give it a home.
Do you know what it is like for me? I was
a young boy.
I was a nice, good person until a certain deck came around. And that deck came around with some kind of fusion card.
You can't blame all your problems on despots. You can't. I know you got wrecked at one time by a despots player. But you can't put all your problems on despots.
No, it was Shaddolls.
Just play Torrential Tribute, my nigga. It'll be alright.
Once Shaddolls came around and they disregarded me and they were so disrespectful. I have never, ever been a stun player until Altergeist came in. And then I said, you know what? I said, I'm starting a fresh new start. I'm taking something that I would never go with. and it's gonna be.
Oh, so it turned you into okay. I get what you're saying. It turns you to the dark side. Okay, Luke Skywalker. Okay, Ben Solo. You were on the light side, but you've been around so much darkness, you succumbed to the darkness. Number 2. Well, this is hard. I don't know who to put there, but I think I know who I'm putting there. Number 2, dangers. Fuck them cards. Fuck them cards. Why they bring back card destruction? Why would they do that? Why do they have effects where they like, oh, I activate myself and I'm only going to discard myself, and then once I'm discarded, I get an ability, and then once you discard the other cards that you mix me with, they get an ability. Because I'm an effect, not a cost. It's like they made that
I'll say this
for my number 1.
I'll say this. Me at least, I have...
And the FTK.
I have never really ever...
FTK, that still exists.
I have never encountered much of danger in Dark Worlds. I faced them once, and they beat me, and I was like...
I might have to try that.
I looked at that, I was just like... Look at this swamp.
No!
I'm not playing them, but I was like, I don't face them, and to be honest, like, a part of me is just like...
Got my interest.
No, because you know what it is? When I saw them, I'm just like, I'm not impressed with no Gruffa. When I see Gruffa, I'm like, hey, I know Gruffa. When I saw Silver and Gold, I was like, it's been a long time since I've seen y'all. Both of them. And then I saw that little slimy danger card, the little snake pink one. I was just like, you're cute.
Oh, yes, he is.
And I was like, we could take you somewhere. But I already had this thought once a long time ago with Fables. That didn't work. So
I'll wait.
I'll wait. I'll see how this plans out. And then Ever's just like, I hate Danger Dark World. And I'm just like,
Another reason to play it.
Piss him off.
Number 1 most hated deck is
Mac Knights.
Hell no. It's the only deck that I haven't said so far.
Bullshit.
No. What deck haven't I not said that you know that I hate?
Horrible.
Dark Worlds.
It's the same shit.
No.
It's the same fucking shit.
No. Dangers, I hate. If you have a pure danger build, I hate you. Because I hate their Bigfoot. I hate their names. I hate what they're based off of. I hate their effects. I hate their playstyle. I hate fucking Dark Worlds because there's an FTK that involves Grapha.
Let it go.
Never.
I moved on from Six Sams a long time ago.
And wait till that shit comes back. You're gonna be right back on that train talking about I've always hated Six Sams. How could they make a card that searches out Gateway? Ooh, my butthole hurt. Why are you doing this to me?
I said this a long time ago, and this is how I feel when it comes to Shien. Shien came on the field, and Shien was just like, you don't got no spells and traps that could deal with me. He just came on the field. He was just like, I don't know, he just like choked me. He was just like, you can't do anything.
Why are you touching
You
me?
are gone. You're gonna suffer.
And that's
there's
what
nothing you
Grapha
can
does.
do. No,
Grapha jumps on the field. I'm a 3,000 monster. It's going to take a lot to take me down. And then I'm like, all right, I got to build my field up. I knock it down. And he comes next turn. My name's Grapha, and I'm a 3,000 monster. And there's a lot you got to do to take me down. And I have to try even harder. Oh. And then he comes back again. My name's Grapha.
Alright, now you see, for me, that's how I felt about Chien. Chien would just hit me and be like, now what are you gonna do? Now, after a few years came, I'm gonna pretend you're Chien. Just stand there. Put your arms down. He's just standing there with his 2,500 body, and then I came in. Then he looked at me, he was just like, what do you got? And then I was just like, oh, I was just dabbling in these dark arts. I have a new card to bring to the table. His name is Constella Pleiades. And then Pleiades was just looking at him, and he was just like, oh, but you can't use no spells to traps. I don't need no spells to traps to deal with you, my nigga. And then he went right to Chien, and he went, and then he was gone. And then ever since then, I didn't care about Chien no more. Because I was just able to pick him up, and then just go, Go back where you came from.
About
Never.
FT, how do you feel about the FTK that's in Dark Worlds because of Graphics Effect that lets him be resummoned over and over again? That summoning mechanic.
How does this FTK work?
Basically, you end up with Cannon Soldier on the field, and then with using the one of the danger monsters, you can keep going back and forth between discarding one of your monsters, the beige that special summons itself on the field, and then you return it to the hand with Dark Road Grapha. And then you reuse the danger monster again to keep going back and forth, back and forth. It's a constant cycle.
I mean, that's a kind of a hard
and then
loop
you
to
ban-
kind of
yeah,
get.
and
Because
then
you
you-
have to get the Cannon Soldier's normal summon already on the field, and then you need Graph in the grave,
You
you,
can do it all
need
in one
Beige,
turn.
and you need a Danger.
You can do it all in one turn.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, but it's getting that lineup, which I'm sure
It's
isn't
not
easy.
that hard. It's it's literally almost like a 1-2 card FTK.
Oh my god. but
You need
just
2 cards.
end it.
I know it's 1 a.m., but my nigga, it's dead ass. Though it's 12 o'clock. It's midnight. So, yeah,
Can't you just
That's my
let
list.
it go?
never.
Dark World
If this card is the core at one of the biggest FTKs in today's game, guess what? The Dark Worlds just jumped to on my fucking most hated list. Number 1.
I'm gonna trade some more Pokemon
Never.
Go.
All right, guys, like the video. 500 likes, you win a free pack of the Cybernetic Evolution pack.
Let's
the winner,
go with me.
The winner from the last video will be showed. The winner from the last video will be showed right here. If you saw nothing, that means nobody liked the video enough in 1 week. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're new, click that bell for notifications. If you're old, go check out our Discord server. The link to that is in the description. My personal channel, all those. What the fuck? Yo, I didn't do nothing.
You're going too fast. He's like, oh, I'm finally here. Did I have my
I have no idea where you're at. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel.
They're like, you're banned for life.
Let us know your thoughts on this topic, and we will see you guys next time. And that's a wrap for today.
Thank God.
We have to film tomorrow, and I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.